Welcome back to Jez's Squier Relic Stratocaster refret. We're moving on to part 2 of the video now, and I'm getting on to removing the frets. So I'm just going to zoom in just a little, and you can have a little glimpse, can't you? I'm going to remove some frets. So you know how I go about it. I've done videos on it before. I've already started this one a little bit, but we need to get some heat in these frets, so the glue melts underneath the fret, and we keep chipping to a minimum. I've got 45 watt soldering iron here, Maplin's one. It's not a very good soldering iron, it never was, but it's great for this. I adapted the tip, cut a slot in there so I could just go across the grooves, put a groove in there so I can go across the frets. Going to get some heat in, we're going to wait for the glue to melt. And once it's done, we can start removing the fret. We can go real steady with that. I'll use a chip stopper in there, a Stumac tool I've recently bought, so you can work out how that works. We slide that in. I've already started this fret, and basically as we pull the fret, we slide this in a little more each time to stop the chips pulling. So I'm not going to keep my arm out of the way, but this is how we go about it. Push in as we lift the fret. That one's just slid off there. This does happen. The idea is to lift the fret as you shove this in. These are not the best fret pullers, these pliers. I've got 2 sets. Thought I'd try these out. They're absolute garbage. I'm going to get rid of them. Thought I'd give them a try. They're no good. Again, here's a groove in the adapted solder tip. Just making sure we solder irons up. Sometimes you'll smell it before you see any bubbling glue. Smell that, it doesn't smell very nice. There you go. Keep them all out of the way just so you can see. There you go. Tiny, that's a bit warm. Bin that. No chip in there. Absolutely fine. There's a tiny little one there. I could run some glue on that. I'll run a spot of glue on there in a second. Just bear with. In fact, that's going to be absolutely fine. So these, well, you wouldn't even know they were glued in. Frets are really weeder, these ones. Well, they're 2.3mm wide. They're about between 0.6 and 0.8mm high. They're lower on this far side than they are on the near side. I would not be able to dress and re-cram these. It would have been impossible. So Jez there and myself, we agreed we're going to go for a refret. Some of you, it might seem a false economy to do a refret on a Squier. Well, that's where you're wrong, because it's not false economy at all. If you love the guitar, it's a good guitar and it looks the part, and the parts are all structurally sound, why not spend a bit of money on it? Good thing about this neck as well, there's a lot of rosewood on there, so I can re-radius the whole fingerboard and not have to worry about removing too much material. Not that I'm going to remove a lot of material, because I'm not. I'll remove about 0.2mm. I've got a chip there, a big one. Let's see what we can do. Doesn't appear to be enough heat going into these frets, so I'm going to make sure I get them really warm. Problem with these frets is they're too low, and I could be getting the soldering iron onto the wood. I don't want to be burning the wood. There's no melt there, I can't see any steam coming off, so I'm wondering if there is any glue in these. There's not forced to be. Well, if that was no chipping, there I didn't want it all. Beautiful, coming out really, really nice. A little bit of a chip there. I'll sort these chips out short there. So this is how I remove the frets. I've shown many videos on this before. Sometimes it's hard to get a grip on the frets because, especially if these are that low, they really are very, very low. no smoke, no steam. I'm slightly going into the fingerboard with the soldering iron, which is a little bit worrying. I'm going to need a better bit on that soldering iron than this. I might change soldering irons. But anyway, this is how I remove frets. Maybe if I run my soldering iron. A little bit of time. They are coming out really well. There's hardly any heat getting into these. Always a nice bit warm there, but they are coming out really nicely. There's no major chips there at all. I'm not even convinced that these have glue. Well, these have been glued in. I'm just going to try and pull one without heat. Let's just see where we go. Can't see what I'm doing there. We're just going little by little. Absolutely fine. Doesn't appear to be any glue in there. It'd be much easier for me to just run these out. I'm going to just do a couple while I'm here. Not even using the chip stopper, look, with no chip. Just a little at a time. These are really weedy frets. Let me show you the reason I decided to go with a refret. Not going to get too close. If you want to zoom in on that, feel free to do so. There's hardly any material on this fret at all. 1/2 millimetre-ish. You know, there's no way I'd be able to dress those, then recrown them, because they were just not high enough at all. So we made the right decision in going for a refret there. I don't even have to heat these up. They're just coming straight out with no chipping. Makes my job a lot easier. Look how quick I can remove them now. I'm not even removing the neck off the guitar, which makes things a bit easier. Right, I've got a little chip there. I'm going to glue that chip back in. Actually, I'm not just fell off. You know what? I don't even mind. These chips are that minimal. It would be really easy to sort these out later. Keep forgetting my hands are in the way. Nothing. Beautiful. Probably the easiest frets to do. No, not the easiest. I've had easier jobs than this. My shine, they just fell out. But this is a very easy fret removal. They don't always come out as easy. Can't get a grip on that one, look. You just go a bit closer to the edge. There you go. It will pop eventually. And I love these fret pullers because these spring back. Got a spring back. As soon as you let go, they push back. Whereas the other ones I had, they haven't got a spring back in there. So Again, this is one of those jobs. I'm waiting with fret wire. I order most of my fret wire from Portugal because I buy the Hosco Japanese stuff. It's my favourite fret wire. It's hard, it's very well made. And so normally when I order that's going to take 4 or 5 days to get here. I actually placed a really big order yesterday, and this fret wire for this wasn't in the order because I didn't get back to hear back from the owner till late. It was too late. I put an order in, so I had to order this last night, so it's not shipped yet. So we'll just have to wait a little bit longer. But at least I can get the guitar prepared. That's why I've left the neck on. I don't believe in guitar bits. Don't believe in them lying about. And there you go. How quick was that to remove these frets? It would have been 45 minutes if I had to heat them, 50 minutes an hour. They're all that. I've got how many frets? How many have I got to repair? Let me tell you. 1, 2. I've got about 3, 4. Got about 5 repairs to make. There you go. That is the frets out. Let me turn my camera back. And there you go, that's taken what? I don't know, not very long at all. What do you think there? Got a tiny bit of scorching on these 2 frets here. It's because the soldering iron bit was too big for the frets. The frets were that weeder. But there you go. I just need a quick sand down there, re-radius, quick sand. And that will be ready for the refret. Frets, let's get some frets, just show you where we were with those. These are just random frets. I've picked them up. I've not measured them. How weedy were they? Can you see the black background there? Look how weedy they were. That's why I went to the refret. I could not address those. They're just too low. So we've made the right decision going for a refret there. Leaving my neck on now. There's no work I can do on this now until the fret wire arrives. A couple of repair areas to repair there. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4. With 5 stick out, 5 little chips that need repairing, so absolutely pleased as punch with that. So that's it, I can do nothing else on this guitar, so that's why I've left the neck on. I'll put it back in its case, leave it in its case. I ain't got to leave bodies and necks lying about because I've already got 2 necks off in this room. I'm going to put this away now till the fret wire arrives, and we'll resume work on this when we can. How does that grab you? Can't say further than that, can you? Welcome back, fret friends. Reliced Squier Relic. Now, there have been some developments since the last part of the video where I said I was going to refret the guitar, and I removed the frets, as you can see, ready for the refret. But not long after I'd done that, Jez contacted me and he says, I've had a change of mind because of the last part of the video. I says it would been cheaper to buy a new neck, possibly. So he came up and says, you know what, from what you said, and I'm really sorry about this, but instead of doing a refret, can I just go and buy a new neck and we'll put a new neck on there, you know? Sorry, apologies, blah, 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 which is fine. He agreed that he'll pay me for the work I've already done. He apologised for messing me about. Says that's all fine. Whatever you want, it's absolutely fine. So we agreed that he was going to pay me for the time I've spent on the guitar already. He was going to pay me for the nut I ordered, and whatever else I was going to purchase. He was going to pay me for strings, the time I'd done, blah, 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 blah. And he was going to order a new neck and just fit a new neck. I said, okay, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. So he went and ordered a neck, and to save faffing about, rather than go to Leicester and he drive back up here, he got it delivered to me. And it's just come this morning. And it's a lovely looking neck. And it's from, here you go, it was 150 quid. It's from Northwest Guitars, blah blah blah, see it there, 150 quid. 1-piece maple, nice looking thing. This has a 1-piece maple, skunk stripe down the back there. So what's wrong with it? I'm going to come to that in a second. I'm just going to explain who I am for the benefit of Northwest Guitars if they do get to see this video, because this little part of the video, this section I'm going to post separately anyway. I'm Fret Friend. I'm Victor Christian from Fret Friend. I'm a guitar repairer. I mod guitars, I repair guitars, I fix guitars, and that's who I am. I've got a decent I've got a very good reputation. I've only been in this business a few years, but I'm building up a good reputation. I've got web pages, I've got fretfriend.net, I've got christian-guitars.com, and I've got facebook.com/NGONESEVEN. That's facebook.com/NG17 if you want to check my credentials. So why am I doing this part of the video? Well, as good an idea as this was, it's now become a false economy for quite a few reasons. One, the reason that this heel is 3mm longer than the heel on the guitar, which means it doesn't fit. Also, if I fitted this as it is, this fret would be 3mm too far back. So you're thinking, okay, that's fine, we can sort that out. Yes, we could sort that out. But also, the thickness of this neck is also 3mm. The heel is 3mm too high. So that means I would have to wrap the body of the guitar. And again, I'll get to the next bit in a minute, but this is damaged. There is glue spillage near the nut. There is scratches near the nut, and I don't know if you can see them, but I'm going to bring this to the camera. I'm not going to get too close. You can see it in certain light. There's a deep scratch in the lacquer there, and there's like some glue spillage all the way along this edge here. So I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to move it various angles, and you might get an angle where you can just pause it and see. And you're looking at this area. Big scratch down there, double scratch, and a load of glue spillage there. And you think, well, it's not so bad, you can sort it out, you can wrap the guitar and you can sort it out. Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm not a guitar builder. I'm a guitar tech. Writing this heel means I have to refinish the paint and the lacquer. You're looking at 150 quid minimum there, plus 150 quid, but that is not the only problem with the neck. I've been across with my fret rocker. Now, I just had this delivered from GNW Guitars and Woods in Portugal, along with a lot of other tools I ordered. This is not just a fret rocker, this is a precision made, laser cut, then ground and milled to exact specification. It's perfectly level. It is a proper fret rocker. It was expensive, it was 12 quid for what it is. I've been across these frets with the fret rocker, and there are 6 frets high. 6 high frets on this. It's 150 quid, 150 pounds, and there are 6 high frets. Well, I'd have to fret level that. There you go, bosh, 85 quid for a fret level. That makes your neck 235 quid. You've got the routing and the paint work, another 150 quid. That's 385 quid. Plus £100 you paid for the guitar, it's 485 quid. Plus the time you owe me for bits and bobs, another 100 quid. Well over, it's in excess of £500 there. Would you not have been better off just going and buying a Fender Strat or a made in Mexico Strat? You could have got one brand new for less. I'm going to recommend that this goes back to Northwest Guitars. I'm going to try and keep this part of the video brief. This goes back to Northwest Guitars. I'm going to use a return slip. This is absolutely appalling for 150 quid. Let me tell you now. Now listen, I buy from Northwest Guitars through eBay. I don't buy a lot of stuff. I buy a fair bit of stuff though. If I ever want anything, my first port of call is Northwest Guitars. For 150 quid, you should not be buying a neck, right, that needs 6 frets leveling and recrowning and then polishing. To level, crown and polish a whole neck, I charge 85 quid. You shouldn't have to do that on a brand new neck. So that's going back. I'm hoping that Northwest Guitars actually do watch this video. That's why I'm going to try and keep it short. I'm just going to move this guitar, stick it on my rack slightly for a minute or two. And what I'm going to do is, I've not marked what frets need leveling, but what I am going to do is, I'm going to go across with a fret rocker, and I'm going to show you what frets need work. and you're going to see with me. Let's come. I'll straighten off for purposes of this video. And there you go. And I'm just going to take the fret rocker. I've not checked the neck for straightness yet. Maybe I should do that right now. I'm going to assume there's no tension on the truss rod, so it is flat. Yeah, it's flat. That's absolutely flat. Brilliant. This is just better for me because it just shows where we are. I'm just going to take the fret rocker 3 frets at a time, and we're going to go across. You listen out. That's the 2nd fret. That's high. 3rd's okay. 4th's okay. Now I'm only going down the middle. Yeah. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. That's 6. Yeah. 7. You've got 7 frets high there. That is terrible. I'm not even going to explain why that's terrible. You know exactly why that's terrible. We all know exactly why it's terrible. So a brand new neck needs 7 frets leveling, and I've only just really checked down the middle. The only one, when I checked at the edge, I checked at the edge on the ones that were already high in the middle. So 7 frets on there are not level. That needs a complete skim over, recrown, polish. That's going back. So I'm going to recommend to Jez that, you see, this is 3mm too long there, so it sends the frets back 3mm, which basically then sets the intonation out by 6mm. It's no good. I would, to fit this, I would either have to remove 3mm from the end, thus knackering all the lacquer, and I would also have to, you can't take anything off the bottom of this heel, so what I would do is I'd have to route another 3mm depth into the body of the guitar for the neck heel. I'd also have to route 3mm that way to make this neck fit. I'm not prepared to do that. It's too much work for me. I'm not a guitar builder, I'm a guitar tech. There's a difference. I could take it to Clive Eastwood to do it, and he would say, well, with the paintwork and everything and matching the painting, you're going to be looking at £200. It's a Squier. This neck's going back. It's terrible. So that ends this part of, not this, the whole part of this video, just this clip in the video. I'm going to recommend to Jez that we either get a neck that just drops straight in and fits, that has level frets, or we forget that idea and we just go back and I refret his guitar. I mean, the fret wire for his guitar arrived this morning. I bought a nut for it anyway. There's 20 quid. We've already got the gear. I'm going to suggest that we just go with the refret at the price. Basically, a refret's going to cost the same price as this, except you're going to have new frets that are going to last you 10 years. You've got a new nut on there, you've got the guitar to your spec, you've got my expertise going in on there anyway, and that's all it's going to cost you, the price of this neck. You know, plus a couple of bits on top. And, you know, if you go this route, it's going to cost you too much, far too much for a Squier. So that's it. It's where we are with part of the video. I'm waiting to hear back from Jez. I've got some text, so maybe I've got some, but I can't look at my phone because I'm updating the iOS on there. So I will check those messages later. I will come back, let you know what Jez has decided. Again, another pain in the arse. I've got to rewrap this, fill in the return slip and waiting for them to pick it up. It's getting to the stage now where I'm going to have to start charging for my time here. So there you go. I'm going to get back to Jez with my recommendation. I will come back and let you know what's what, and we will take it from there. Back soon, fret friends. Welcome back. So I've been on the phone with young Jez there. He is coming up to collect the neck. I could have posted it from here, but he says no, he's going to come up. He has decided that we're going to go back to plan A. We're just going to refret the guitar, which is what we were going to do. Well, we were going to level it in the first place, but there wasn't enough material. You know, just skip back, rewind and go and have a look at what I posted earlier. So we're going back to plan A. We're going to refret the guitar as it is, which is the cheapest way, it's the best way, absolutely beautiful. We're going to refret it. I can crack on with that now, put the new nut in there, which I ordered anyway, and that's it. We ain't got to change tuners or anything. Like I said, if you want to go and spend daft money, you don't be spending daft money on a Squier. If you want to go and get a guitar or a Stratocaster with a maple neck, go and buy a Mexican Fender. You know, I'm sure you can pick one up used for 400 odd quid, probably even less, 300 quid, whatever. Go and do that. You don't be chucking £400 to Squier. You know, it's a really silly thing to do. I understand why he wants a new neck. So that's it. I'm going to wrap this part of the video up now, because I don't know how long it is, but it's gone on, obviously. It's gone on for quite a long time, and where we've got with it, nowhere. That's right. So what we're going to do is, like I said, I've got the frets out of here. I'm going to prep this ready for the new frets. I don't know if I'm doing it today or what. I've got prepped the board anyway, because there's a couple of scorch marks I've got there with the soldering iron. We're going to get them out. My new levelling beams have come from Guitars and Woods. My radius beams, should I say. So we'll have a go with them. We'll get the neck off, get it all strapped up, ready to sand, and I will come back. This is going to wrap up part 2 of this video now. I am going to start doing the work now in part 3, so stay tuned. This is the end of part 2 of the video. I know we didn't get very far, but I'm going to post it anyway, because I know you guys are interested, and you're interested in seeing, you know, how things have developed with the whole series. So we're not going to cut anything out. We're going to leave it all in. So this is the end of part 2 of a video series of the Squier Relic project. I'll need you to come back in part 3, so see you then.